What's up, guys? It's episode 317. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Hi. It's been a while. I took the entire month of July off, so I have a lot of updates. I have a lot of life updates. Wow. There's so much I need to address right now. Oh my, I don't even know where to start. And honestly, I feel so out of sorts right now. I'm used to doing this every week. And then when I take a month off, I did this last year. And I remember when I took a month off and I got back into it, I don't know. I just don't feel as comfortable on the microphone, even though this is my 317th episode. Yeah, where should I start? First off, if you're new, hi, this is my podcast. Shit. I'm just going to keep going. Hi, this is my podcast. I started this back in 2020 during the pandemic, and I did it every single day for 300 episodes, and now it's a weekly podcast, and it's about me and my life, and I talk about current events. It's mostly like me bitching about current events in society and shit I see on social media. So come hang out with me once a week, and yeah, be here now with me. What am I saying? Please subscribe to my podcast wherever you're listening right now. I'm on YouTube and Spotify if you want to watch me on video, so subscribe there. And if you want to support the show, head over to patreon.com/TJMS. That stands for the Jacqueline Monroe Show. I never say that. TJMS, yeah, the Jacqueline Monroe Show. Patreon.com/TJMS. If you want to support the show, it's $5 a month. Go check it out. Okay, let's get into it. A couple things to know. I'm in the mood to make this a 30-minute episode and knock out all my life updates because I'm going to meet holy shit. I get to meet a cute baby in a few hours, and I want to get there sooner than later. Also, oh my God, I have to film my dog right now. Jimmy hasn't shit in 24 hours, and he needs to go outside, so a lot's going on. Where do I start? I'm in this season of life right now where it's like everything is transitioning except my gender, and I don't know what to start with as far as what transition should I address first. I'm in a new relationship. It's official. I have a new boyfriend. I'm going through a career transition right now. I'm transitioning in my career. What else? Oh my God. I'm like, okay, let me go to my notes. This will keep me on track here. How are you doing? What's up? How's life? How's your summer? Are you staying cool out there in the heat wave? In the heat of the summer? Okay, let me just address the elephant in the room, because it's like I can't even go on Instagram right now without getting a DM about it. I got a new spice rack, okay? And it's kind of heavy. Okay, so it's like, okay, how do I even describe why I got this or what's going on here? Why am I showing you my new spice rack? Yeah, I got a new spice rack. This is a Lazy Susan spice rack from, the oregano just fell. This is a Lazy Susan spice rack from Home Goods. I think it was like $15 or some shit. But yeah, everyone's been wondering, what's going on? I got a new spice rack, everyone. Okay, now you know. I finally addressed it. For all the people wondering out there, yes, I got a new spice rack, and that's there you go. There's the update. I kind of keep this on camera. So next, so I have a boyfriend. We're official. Should I talk about him? I talked about him on my last episode. I talked about getting our car towed. I've talked about me puking. I don't want to keep talking about me puking up octopus. Like I mentioned that on our first date. I did that. But we have some upcoming trips we're going on together, which is exciting. Life update. I'm going to Vegas, Washington, Montana, and North Carolina. So I'll be flying around in the next month. I wrote down current events I missed. I was going to talk about, or like current events I could talk about. Monkeypox, Biden getting COVID twice, I think. Brittany Griner, Andrew Tate being everywhere. The new Drake album, which is like old news now. Yeah, okay, so this is fucking rough. Should I set the scene? Okay, it's Sunday when I'm recording this. This is coming out on August 1st, which is a Monday. I can't believe it's August. And okay. So I think it helps when I talk with my hands. I do remember when I podcast, I usually use my hands, and that helps me. Okay. So why did I take a month off? What happened? Where have I been? What's going on? Basically, it's like I got swept off my feet. I'm in a new relationship, and I've been enjoying my summer. Okay, I've been enjoying my summer. I haven't prioritized a podcast, and I've been basically like I'm booked and busy doing things all the time. And I'll say this. So I told my boyfriend, I'm like, look, I have to do my podcast, and I need to schedule it in around our, time together. So I stayed at my place last night, and I woke up really early. I did a super hard, high intensity workout. I pushed that tank sled thing, if you know what I'm talking about. It's not the sled, it's the tank. I pushed that like 20 times, got my heart rate up really high. I actually so this is another thing I need to address. I have a VO2 max of like a 45-year-old, and life update. My birthday was July 7th, so I celebrated my birthday in the last month since I've been gone. I have a horrible VO2 max, and I don't know why. I think it's because I don't exhaust myself hard enough when I work out or something. I don't do a lot of high intensity training. I do a lot of lifting, yoga, that kind of shit. So I'm trying to get my VO2 max up. It's a measurement of how well your body pumps oxygen to your brain, I believe, and it's a great measurement of your cardiovascular fitness. So anyways, I pushed that. So fuck, okay, not gonna apologize, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm in my head about how all over the place I am, but what's new? I told my boyfriend, I'm like, I have to wake up tomorrow morning really early. I need to work out super hard before I podcast, and I have to get this podcast done before I go and meet your nephew and see the family. So that's what I did this morning. I pushed that tank like 20 times. I did some Stairmaster, some glute stuff, and I don't know. I just like worked out really hard. And then now I'm here, but now, so it's like, here's what I'm saying. I got swept off my feet. I have a new boyfriend. I've been booked and busy all summer, doing stuff with him, hanging out with him all the time. Like, it's been amazing. And now I'm like, fuck, I have to really be disciplined about recording my podcast and saying no to like sleeping in on a Sunday morning and going with him to get coffee, and then like walking our dogs and going to the beach and then going golfing. And like, I have to be like, no, I need my entire morning to myself for the podcast, because this is my baby. And I mean, 317 episodes, totally produced all on my own I started it on September 4th, 2020. So I'm coming up on 2 years, and I'm in the mood. I'm just in the fucking mood to go hard with it now. And I've been casual up until this point, like, yeah, I just posted every week. It is what it is. It's like, it's not I don't want to turn my passion into a business, but like, I've been posting TikToks, 5 TikToks a day now, clips of my podcast. I've been doing a lot of like behind the scenes shit, brainstorming. I have like my notebooks over here full of ideas and for the future of the show. And I don't know, I'm just like, I have a new spark about it, or I'm like, I got a new wave of inspiration and I don't know, goals for the show. So Spice Rock, boyfriend, traveling, career change. Speaking of brainstorming for my podcast, guys, I just took a good 5 seconds there in my head thinking about how I want to stop this episode and re-record it already, because that happens every episode. I'm like, so like, I don't like this. It's not good. Fuck. Keep going. I don't edit. I just keep going. Speaking of being re-inspired about my podcast and making plans for the future of the show, I decided, I don't even know the what's it called? The irony or the serendipity or whatever. I decided, I'm like, I'm going to scroll through my episodes and listen to one from the past. So I clicked on 242, episode 242, and it's called, I titled it Cook Rice With Me. And I started listening to it, and it's literally me on, I think it was May 4th last year. May 4th, it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm sick with the flu, cooking rice in my kitchen, and I was literally like moving my laptop around with my headset on while I'm cooking rice, narrating the whole thing. And what was interesting is the night before, I listened to the Full Send podcast with Andrew Tate, and I just clicked that episode, Cook Rice With Me, episode 242. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, holy shit, what are the odds that this is the one I clicked? I'm repeating like 90% of the shit Andrew Tate said or preaches on that episode back in May last year. I'm a woman saying this shit, and I'm like, what the I don't know, it was crazy. And I'm like, maybe that'd be interesting if you're new to the show, or if you just want to revisit an old episode, go listen to episode 242. It's like, it's basically what Andrew Tate talks about from a woman's perspective. I get pretty deep into like feminism and the patriarchy and social justice movements, and just like a lot of I was like, wow, I said all that. And so anyways, it's kind of, I usually don't listen to my episodes. I kind of have to watch them now when I make clips for TikTok and Instagram, but the past ones I was doing it 7 days a week, so I was just pumping them out, post, and I don't really remember, well, I never really listened to that one, so I don't know, it's just crazy. So episode 242, go check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, speaking of Andrew Tate, obviously he's everywhere right now, on everyone's podcasts and all over TikTok and Instagram. And I just gotta say this, like, and I'm like checking in with myself, like, what the fuck? I'm like, there isn't a single thing, maybe like a couple, there's like maybe a couple things, but like 95% of what Andrew Tate says, as he's saying it, because he makes a lot of points as he talks, he's always like making like points. And while I listen to the podcast he's on, I'm like, okay, do I agree with that? Do I agree? There isn't like almost there. Okay, shit. Like 95% of what that guy says, I agree with. And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And I don't know. I feel weird about even saying that, because he's obviously such a polarizing. I mean, he's an entertainer. I mean, he's definitely a character online right now that we're all paying attention to. But I'm like, I agree. Yep. Yep. So yeah, Andrew Tate's everywhere. I was saying, I'm getting re-inspired by my podcast. Listen to episode 242, and I was like saying that kind of, talking about what Andrew Tate talks about from a woman's perspective. I finished Squid Game last night. I never watched it back when it came out, but I finished that last night. There's a life update. I've been eating a lot of sushi this summer. This is so important for you to know. Like, you tuned in today. I don't know where you are right now. I don't know what you're doing, but like, it's important that you know that I've been eating a lot of sushi, and I finished Squid Game last night. I've been golfing, or I've talked about golf in the past few episodes. I got a full set this year, and my boyfriend's a huge golfer. In fact, I went with him to a tournament he played in a couple weekends ago. He's like really fucking good at golf, so he's helping me a lot. And we went to the driving range yesterday, and I don't know, I love golf, and it's fun that we can do it together, and I ride along with him and watch him play, and I don't know, it's not like I have to sit at home when he goes and plays golf, because I like it too, and I can play with him. So how many minutes am I at? Okay, I mean, I could keep going on about life updates, but like, all I want to do right now is tell you guys how happy I am in my new relationship, and how cringed out I am about my past relationship. Okay, I don't know, because I feel like this might be interesting to listen to in comparison to telling you that I've been eating sushi and watching, like, what the fuck was that? Those bullet point life updates. I mean, yeah, it's pretty wild how for the last year on my show, because I had a boyfriend this time last year, then back in, was it April or May, we broke up because he cheated on me, and I did like 2 episodes about that. And then now I'm in a new relationship like right away, which is like, sometimes I feel like it is what it is. Like, there isn't a rule book in life on how you're supposed to go from one relationship to the next and how much time there should be in between. And it, like, I'm happy. And if, like, that's all that. Jimmy, do not eat the oregano. Come here. He's picked up the oregano spice from the spice rack, my new spice rack. I just got that fell on the floor. Fuck. I don't think he can eat that. He's not really breaking into it. So anyways, what's wild is that if you listen to my episodes over the last year, and I mentioned my ex-boyfriend, it was like positive things all the time. I was saying like nice things. Things were fine. And looking back now is so weird, because I'm like, that was all wrong for me. That was all wrong for me, because now what I have is like, if I tell my boyfriend this now, I'm like, if I could have customized a man for me, you are it. Like, it is absolutely, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, once you have that, I feel like when you know, what's the saying? Like, I settled in my past relationship the entire time. And because things would come up, starting from the very beginning of the relationship to the end, things would come up, and I would put up with it, and I would say, oh, okay, well, that's everyone's got flaws, no one's perfect, he's flawed, and I can look past that and see the good things. And I was constantly settling and compromising, and now I'm like, that just doesn't exist in my current relationship with my new boyfriend. And I'm like, what? Like, it's, I don't know, it's great. So all I'll say is that I have never laughed so hard with someone at like, starting from the time we wake up until the time we go to sleep. It's like, he has me laughing. We wake up first of all, he's a morning person. I've never dated a morning person who wakes up at 5 to go to the gym ever. And so that's like a huge bonus. So like, literally it's 5 a.m. He wakes up, I wake up, and he's already cracking a joke. He's already making me laugh. And I'm like, it's the personality. I know, guys, if you're out there, like, feel like with me, like a personality it's like so high on the list. And I think in my past relationship, I was settling for like 0. It was like, I've bitched and ranted about my ex so much. I don't want to bring him up, but like the personality was just not compatible. Like our two personalities were not good. So, but I don't know. I like, there were qualities about him I obviously liked, but now that I have a guy with a personality that's like, he's so entertaining constantly, and it's so fun to be with him. Like, I'm so happy because of that. It's like every time I think about him, I think about how much he makes. It's just like, yeah, it's the best. Okay, who's annoyed? I'm gushing about my new boyfriend. Oh my god. Am I a relationship person? I mean, I'm approaching 30. You know, I feel like that's not a bad thing to be in a relationship or whatever. I have a, what am I trying to say right now? Jacqueline, collect your thoughts. I kind of want to wrap this up because I'm so just like, I'm getting this done. I'm checking the box. I said I do it I get this out August 1st. I get back into podcasting weekly. I'm just like getting this, I'm muscling through it right now. I don't feel like I'm in the flow. If you're new to the show or if you're a returning listener, a lot of what I do here is I critique myself as I go, and I constantly am telling you what I'm thinking as I'm recording. Like, I'm giving you the inside or the behind the scenes look into a podcaster's brain while they're podcasting, and I do it so unconsciously. But if you watch me or listen to me, it's like it's like the whole way through I'm like, want to delete the episode. I don't like what I just said right there. Let me take a second to like collect myself, and it's shit like that. So yeah, I just want to like, I don't know, get this. I want this to be short and sweet, kind of honestly, because I got a cute baby to meet, and just like a chill after. It's Sunday, chill afternoon to have. What was I just saying? Oh, I was going to go on about how I'm talking to you guys about my relationship, and I was going to talk about how I'm approaching 30, and that, when I was younger, I know what I was going to say. I just assumed by the time I'm 30, I'll be married and I'll have kids on the way. And like 30 was always my number the number in my head where I was like, that's when I'm going to settle down and start a family. It was always 30. And I just got to say this, and I don't know, it's just from my observations, especially because of social media, and you can see people living their lives, I've noticed that obviously my generation, I'm a millennial woman, like things are different now than they used to be in the past, where we're not getting married at 20 like our grandparents and having, babies right away. We're waiting and waiting, and it seems like this is all from what I've observed on social media, by the way. Like, if I was to go to my hometown and bump into my friends from high school, I mean, most of them are, a lot of them, a huge amount of my friends from high school got married, and they have, like, multiple kids, and they're not even 30 yet. So, this is, like, Instagram, millennial, independent, boss babe, woman culture that I'm observing. And I feel like there's this, a new generation of women that are, like, mid-30s, single, they have no kids, and it's so normalized now, and it's such a it's like I see that and I go, okay, I know that's not, I really hope that's not me, because I just don't personally want that for myself. I do want a family, but like I want things to be moving along when I'm in my mid-30s. I don't want to be single and have nothing going on. So yeah, and I don't know what's going on. I just know that I need to make this short and sweet. This could be an entire I almost want to make a podcast about this topic, because it's things are changing, and I don't know if it's good for society or I mean, again, it's not what I want, so this is all for my own, these are my own opinions and thoughts about being a woman and being single and being like, 35 or whatever, and not having any kids and not being married, and like, I don't know why. I guess what I need to figure out and maybe come back to a completely new episode with is why do I have a negative opinion about it? Because it's like, I don't like, if that's you, like, whatever. It's not, I'm not judging people for it, but I'm like, I just know that, or I have a feeling that's like, it just doesn't sit right with me, and I don't know what that is. Maybe it's because of society and what we're sold, like, graduate college and then find a man and then get married and have babies, and then you're 30 and then you're buying a house, and then you're, dropping your kids off at soccer practice and taking them to school every day, and you're like 35 and you're, a soccer mom now. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because of that, what I've been programmed to believe my whole life about how you should. Again, I said this earlier about how there isn't a rule book in life on how you should, go from one relationship to the next and the time frame between. And there's no rule book in life for anything. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And that's what's great about social media. I think I will say that now we're exposed to so many different ways of living that, and I would say, yeah, being a single boss babe at 35 is like it's like it's like, if you see other people doing that, you're like, fuck, I'm fine. Like, that's no big deal. Like, that's another way of living life. And people, like, there's a community out there that that you can be a part of that is all, or whatever. Like, I don't know. Again, I need to collect my thoughts on this now, and like, because I feel like I want to talk about it more, but I don't really know. I need to figure out like why I really want to get into like why our generation is, especially women, aren't having kids and getting married as early as they used to, and like, what is social media fucking us all up? Probably. Dating apps aren't, I mean, I met my boyfriend on a dating app, and my ex-boyfriend, and a lot of my past boyfriends. So, actually, God, I've met my ex-boyfriends in weird ways. I met a guy on Twitter. I DM'd him back when I was 18, and he was foreign. I flew over to England to meet him. So I've done some crazy shit. Or I've met a lot of, I've met 2 of my exes I didn't meet on social media. The rest of them I think I did. Either a dating app or Instagram, or, yeah, it's weird. But, should I interview an expert? Fuck. So one thing I don't like to do, and I don't know who said this first, but this is a common phrase by podcast hosts, like, I only talk about things I know about. I don't talk about things I don't know about. And so sometimes I find myself like going on about something like this topic, and I'm like, I really haven't done my research, and I don't really know the science behind this, or like what's going on, what's actually, what's the data, I don't know. So yeah, I'll come back, touch on this another time. But yeah, just to sum that up, yeah, I want to be a wife and have a family around 30, not 40. And that's my goal for myself, and I'm happy I'm on that path, and I'm very happy right now in my relationship, and if it goes that way, amazing, and I'm pretty sure it will, because like, I met my best friend, and I can actually say that now, and I'm not settling, and I'm so happy. I don't know, it's great. So and oh my God, I wrote down what I want in a man in my notebook over there. And it's so crazy how he has every single one of these things on on the list. It's on this picture I took of the notebook. I wrote what I'm looking for in a life partner, and I listed 8 things, and he has all 8, but like there's 8 things with details next to it, and every detail I wrote. Yeah. So couldn't say that about any of my other ex-boyfriends. Like maybe they had 7 of the 8, but the one thing they didn't have, I was always settling, or I was always like looking past and compromising on. So never settle, especially if you're looking for, or when it comes to a life partner, like take your time with that shit. And I feel like, yeah, maybe that's why a lot of people or women, I was making the point that women are, not getting, I don't know, like there's a lot of like single mid-30s women out there living their lives and not settling down. And it's like, maybe it's, yeah, because they're not settling, and there's nothing wrong with that. But anyways, shit. Oh my God, I went horse riding. I rode a horse. We went trail riding, we like went south towards Mexico it was called like Happy Trails. So, my boyfriend and I went horse riding a couple weekends ago. We want to get into that. I grew up riding horses. I had horses growing up, and it's been like years. I think the last time I rode a horse was back in Washington on a trail ride with my aunt, like 2014. So that was so fun. And so yeah, we'll be riding. Oh, we're also gonna probably ride horses in Montana when we go, which is exciting. And I want to start riding regularly, like once a month or something here in San Diego. But I have a picture of his dogs. My boyfriend has a bulldog named Louie. So Jimmy has a brother now. And a couple of days ago, what I'm saying is I have a picture of his bulldog's dick on my phone. Bulging, giant, like super red dick on my phone. Because I think it's the breed bulldogs, like they hump everything. They're humpers, like always, even if they're fixed. I feel like, or what he told me, my boyfriend's like, yeah, it's the breed. They just constantly are humping. So when Jimmy comes over to play, Louis starts humping him. Like he humps him in the face. It's really aggressive. And anyways, a couple days ago, we're just like getting ready to go to dinner or something, and Louis is standing there just like, he's not moving. His tongue's like hanging out. He looks fine. He's not whimpering or anything. But should I say dick or penis? What's like this is like a medical thing. His penis was fully erect. It was fully out, plus the glands that are tucked in were out. It was probably 8 inches long. Cause like when dogs get a little hard on, it like sticks out a little bit, looks like a tube of lipstick. The little tip hangs out. The entire thing was out, plus the glands. And he has his balls still. So it was like balls, glands, penis. And he's just standing there like not sure what to do. So we're freaking out. It looked something was wrong. Like this isn't normal. Obviously when he humps Jimmy, it sticks out a little bit, but not like that. So he got overly excited. Something happened. Was in overdrive. And I'm Googling like dog bulging penis. What does this mean or whatever? And what we found out is, to get it back in, it's not something you have to rush them to the vet for. If it happens, it usually goes away. If it doesn't go away on its own, there's things you can do to make it go away. So I was looking up remedies, and my boyfriend took an ice cube and he put the ice cube on it and it went back in. But the picture, I just like was on my camera roll looking for things to talk about. And yeah, it's God. I took a picture. If you're like, why the fuck do you take it? Just for, if the vet wanted to see if we had to take him to the vet or for the future, as a reference point. But yeah, so Jimmy and Louie are two peas in a pod. They're buddies, and yeah, he's an English bulldog, and he's 7 months old now. So yeah, so Jimmy has a brother. We went to a comedy show. We've done so much together. Like, it's like endless activities together. It's the best. My mom met him. She came to town. Yeah, that's about it for today's episode. Oh, I wrote down, I started shaving my face. Let me just end with this. So, I don't know how the topic came up, but maybe he was talking about shaving, or no, I was talking about laser hair removal because I want to start getting laser hair removal. And somehow I mentioned the peach fuzz on my face because I have peach fuzz. Like, you have hair on your face. It's like normal, right? You have hair all over your body, like little baby hairs, even on your fingers, right? So I mentioned it, and I was telling him something like, oh, because I was telling him how I shave my mustache, and I've just I have dark hair. I've just like shaving takes up so much of my time. That's why I want to do laser. I want to get literally neck down lasered plus mustache. And but I told him I used to shave my face. It's called dermaplaning. I actually have a packet of 60 razors right here. I ordered on Amazon because this is what happened. My boyfriend goes, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can see it on your jawline, your hair on your face. I can see it. That's literally all it took for me to instantly go on Amazon and order a pack of these razors. And I know it's like, okay, like, don't let a man change you. Okay, it's just like my brother used to body shame me for not body shaming. My brother used to hair shame me for my arm hair, and I think he did my peach fuzz face hair. Yeah, he did. And I got PTSD, and I was like, I just like I had a moment of like, you know what, you're fucking right. And my makeup looks better because it goes on smoother, and I feel like it's good for exfoliation. I just stopped shaving my face a year ago because I had a bad experience with it because it broke me out really bad. And so I was like, I'm just gonna let the peach fuzz fly. It's just like little light hairs on your face. I'm gonna let it fly, not gonna break out. So yeah, anyways, life update. I'm shaving my face again, and I'm getting laser hair removal, and I can't wait because I mean, if I calculated the hours of time I've spent in the shower with a razor, it's asinine. And I'm not someone who's like, well, first of all, I can't let more than 3 days go by without shaving. It's the only time I'll do that, maybe if I'm like camping or something, but it's bad. Like, I have to shave constantly. Wait, I don't want to end the episode. I'm kind of having fun right now. It was a bit all over the place, whatever, but I'm back. It's August. You can expect an episode every single week now. And you can expect Instagram reel clips and TikTok clips of the show for your entertainment and for fun, because I'm going to make clips of the shit I talk about on here because you got to adapt, and you got to adjust, and you got to keep up with the Joneses on social media, especially as a podcast host and as a content creator. And you must post clips of your podcast with captions, or else, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not gonna, I mean, it's just part of the job, and I love what I do. This is like, I've gushed and preached and told you guys so many times, like, this is my retirement plan. Like, I will retire as a podcast host. I will do this forever, and this is my 30-year plan. And I'm excited to finally be a businesswoman about it, because I just feel like, yeah, I'm going on 2 years, and I've put in so much time and effort behind this show already. It's like, what's a little more effort, you know? What's a little more editing and a little more posting and a little, like, it's, I actually do enjoy editing video. I used to do that as a job. I was a content creator slash editor at a startup company, and I love it. And I love editing like comedic shit. So, no big deal. I can do it. I will do it. And I'm just, I don't know. I think the difference between me now versus me in the past as podcast host is like actually committing to it. And then now I have an accountability partner. My boyfriend's very supportive of my show, and he really wants me to, you know, do what I say and follow through, and not just have the dream and then do nothing and sit around and just post an episode every week and like hope something happens. Because yeah, you know, it's occurred to me, this is what I need to talk to a fucking therapist about. It's like, why can't I admit to myself that yes, I want to be a top podcaster. I want to have a top podcast. I want to be part of the, I want to be in the podcasting scene, because there's clearly a scene of people out there that are doing this shit and that are all on each other's podcasts. Like, that would be the dream for me. And it's like, I have an issue, I think, or a glitch in my brain that's like, I'm not even embarrassed to tell you that. It's just like, this is part of, it's like, if this is what you want to do as a career and as a, you know, a job, it's like, that's where you got to exist if you want to, you know, actually make a living off of it and actually have fun with it. I feel like, because yeah, if I could be on other shows and like do interviews with people and cross-pollinate our audiences and shit, like that would be sick. So now I'm more excited about more excited about it than I've ever been, I think, because I'm kind of finally admitting that to myself and just like going, yeah, Jacqueline, you're a fucking entertainer. You want to go big with this shit, just fucking go for it. And, you know, you're cut out. I'm cut out for it. I know I am. Like, I know it happened to me the second I pressed record on my first podcast. When all the stars aligned, I go, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. And for the longest time, I heard people talk about how one day they discovered their passion, or, you know, they had all these things going on. They didn't really know what they were going to do with their life. They didn't really know what they had all these like hobbies or interests, or they read all these books. They went through all these courses. They never really knew what their thing was. But one day it came to them. They had that moment of like, yeah, the stars aligning and figuring it out. And so I'm really grateful and just so happy that happened for me young, because a lot of people, even my grandma says this, she goes, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And she's 80, you know. I just feel blessed that it's so ingrained in me. Like, I know this is what I want to do, and there's no wavering, there's no questioning. It's like, yeah. And I figured it out young. And because I think that was a huge issue for me in my 20s, going like, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? What do I want to, you know, what's my thing? What's my hobby? What do I like doing for fun? Yeah. And it's podcasting. So, I didn't, put this on the episode notes today, but I get deep on here a lot. You know me, I go on about like, you know, how to be a good person and live a good life and shit like that. But there's a lot of themes, and I revisited my old podcast notebooks over the weekend, and there's a lot of themes that I carry through each episode, and decisiveness and picking something is one of them. And that's what I'm alluding to here about how I picked podcasting, and it came to me, and I'm like hard set on like, this is what I do. And how one of the things I think is an extremely beneficial quality to have, or just way of operating in life, is being a decisive person. And at some point, after college and after you're having fun in your 20s and you're trying a bunch of things, you have to fucking pick something. And I think that's just good. It's just, in my experience, it was the best thing for me, as someone who was half pregnant on 10 things and not commit. What's the quote? Interested in everything, committed to nothing. Yeah, you got to commit. You got to decide. Even in relationship shit, I feel like that's another thing. That's a huge deal, like committing, going all in. And I don't know what kind of mindset shift that goes along with that, but I guess for me it's like the feeling I have after being decisive about something is like, it makes me feel, is it a control thing? No, it's like a it's just, it eliminates questions. Like, you're not, or wonder. You're just like, no, this is my decision. There's no like, maybe I should do that. Maybe there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's like, this is what it is. And that makes you feel solid. And like, yeah, it's so, pick something. That's your fucking life advice today, for the end of the episode. What did I end the episode with? Shave your face, or I'm shaving my face now, and be a decisive person. Okay? What's my favorite spice? Let me pick it out here, because I told you guys I got a new spice rack, if you haven't noticed. If I had to pick one spice off my spice rack, it's kind of hard. I mean, this is a classic, everything but the bagel, right? But like recently I've been doing this Trader Joe's ranch shit on everything. Great. Tahine's great. I mean, you really can't just, how do I pick one? I guess you'd have to go with something all purpose, like this 21 seasoning salute from I mean, literally everything's Trader Joe's here. But you need something with a blended array of spices. Isn't this great? It spins in a circle. It's really easy to grab what you want. God, I love rosemary. I think that's old. That's got an expiration date on it for sure, from like 2 years ago. This literally looks like it's from the dollar store. I don't know where I got that. Maybe Walmart? Nutmeg's great. I love oregano. Cool. All right. I didn't pick one. Fuck. I fucking love thyme. You know what? That's my decision. I'm being decisive. There's an example of me being decisive. Speaking of being decisive, I'm choosing thyme. And if you want to know a great combination of spices for an omelet, chives, thyme, and oregano with eggs. Chef's kiss. The best. Chives, thyme, oregano. Fresh chives, though. Obviously not dried chives. Fresh chives, thyme, dried oregano. A little salt and pep. Put that on eggs. Trust me. I'm a domestic motherfucking goddess. Love cooking. You know what? That's the thing. Why do I like being in a relationship so much? Why do I like having boyfriends? It's because I am motherfucking Martha Stewart. I am Betty Crocker. I am fucking Julia Childs. I am a goddamn homemaker at heart. And I love cooking for a man. I love cooking. I love when it's Friday and I text my boyfriend. I'm like, what do you want for dinner? And he tells me, put a chicken. What did he say the other day? He's like, I just want a chicken in a pot. Some bullshit. I don't even know. Or I think I was gonna cook roast a chicken in my Dutch oven. I think I was gonna do that for him. But like, he tells me he wants, and then he knocks my door at like 6:30. He shows up. It's like I'm making it for him. It's the best. I love doing that. And so I don't think that at this age, I'm sick and tired of cooking for myself and just sitting in my apartment with my dog eating another goddamn salad alone. Like, so part of my dream is in life is, yes, having a family, having a husband someday, and cooking all the time, all day long. Like, I just love it. It's like, and I always go back to this. It's all I know because of what I grew up with and what I observed as a kid and watching my mom and my grandma and my aunts. It's like, that's what they did. So it's easy for me to say these things and to have these dreams or it's natural because of my upbringing. And I think that's something about me that hasn't changed ever, or probably won't change, is I've really, even though I moved to California, I've been here 4 years now. I've stayed close to my roots, and it took me, I think I had a year of kind of getting away from it and going to the beat of my own drum and going on a new path. But something shifted where all of a sudden I was I longed for not the past, but like I had I attached myself back to my hometown and my roots and my family and how I was raised and all that stuff. It was like, it came up, and it's like part of my, I guess, identity, and it's part of who I am. And I felt like earlier in my 20s, I got away from it. And then as I've gotten older, I'm going back to it, and it just feels good. And it feels, cause it's like what I actually want, what I really want and dream for myself, and not, because I don't know. I just want to like mimic my family and what they did and shit like that. Cause I had a great upbringing and childhood and amazing, parents that showed me, I don't know. Okay. We went overtime. What's new? If you like this episode, please hit subscribe wherever you're listening right now. Follow me on Instagram at Jacqueline Monroe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post my podcast on YouTube and Spotify, the video version. Follow me on TikTok at Jacqueline Monroe. And if you want to support the show, patreon.com/tjms. Go check it out. It's $5 a month. Patreon. Fuck. God damn it. Patreon. Fuck. I'm screaming. Someone commented. I posted a TikTok clip or a Instagram reel, and they were like, "You sound like an Xbox. This sounds like an Xbox Live audio from Xbox Live back or Call of Duty." What did they fucking say? Like my headset, the audio quality is like Xbox Live when you listen to me. So part of my podcasting future plans includes a new audio setup. So stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, we'll have to part ways with the pop star microphone, and I will no longer look like a pop star, which is why I did this in the first place. When I started the podcast, I did a lot of brainstorming, like, what do I want my aesthetic to be? What do I want to, like, because I'm going to obviously record it on video. It's like, what do I want to show up looking like? And I was like, I want to look like fucking Britney Spears with a pop star headset on. I was gonna get a gaming headset actually with like pink fucking ears, like cat ears, but I decided on this one. It's a call center headset. It cost me $30 on Amazon. I've never changed it. But yeah, in the future you can expect better audio quality. Why did I go on about this? Oh, I started screaming patreon.com/tjms. patreon.com/tjms. If you want to support the show, go check it out. I think that's all I have for you today. I'm back, baby. I'm fucking back. I've missed this. Yes, I took a month off, but I'm back and I can't wait to record the next episode. I feel like, when when I used to do this 7 days a week, it felt like flying. Every day I got on the microphone. It was so effortless. And the more I space out my podcast now, or like even when I started doing it weekly, I just felt more rusty. And I think it's because I get in my head about it more. Like, okay, if people are tuning in once a week, I got to bring make sure it's entertaining, and I bring enough content to the show that is worth their time, and I come up with enough fun topics, and whatever. Like, which is stupid as fuck, because like the best podcasts are like my episode 242, where I'm literally sick with the flu. I record 7 days a week, so I can't take a sick day. Sick with the flu at 6 a.m, cooking rice in my kitchen with my fucking laptop on my counter, like going on about feminism and fucking how I can't get behind. There isn't a social go listen to it. There's not a single social justice movement that I can get behind, and I don't know. It's such a good episode. And I can actually pat myself on the back and go, wow, goddamn. God, I can't believe. I even saw a TikTok. This episode isn't ending. This girl she posted a TikTok, because obviously everyone's hating on Andrew Tate. There's like a lot of, especially girls, women, or even, I don't know what guys are, but he's polarizing, he's controversial. A lot of people don't agree with him and what he's said. Also, he has some allegations, and there's some videos of him doing bad things. Like, obviously there's that, and people are pissed off that he's being platformed right now. People are putting them on their top podcasts and giving him, airtime when he's, I guess, done some shady shit. So I get it. I understand why people don't like Andrew Tate, but I saw this. This girl posted a TikTok and she goes, "Oh, I was on Instagram and I noticed that the two people that follow Andrew Tate that I follow are the same two guys that I witnessed in person punching a wall because a girl rejected them." Is that funny that those two guys follow Andrew Tate? Like, what are the odds? Oh my god, that's so crazy. I got like fucking 500,000 views on that, and or likes. I'm like, fuck, I follow Andrew Tate. That's not a red flag to me. I don't know. He makes a lot. I feel like he says a lot of it's refreshing. That's all I'll say. It's refreshing because I've felt weird not weird. I felt like an outcast as a woman in the society I'm growing up in, because a lot of my opinions are extremely traditional, and I feel like that's not embraced, and it's kind of shunned. Like, no, women everything's getting way too progressive and like too, in my opinion, especially like, yeah, just again, I need to make an entire podcast on this topic and get into it, but it's Andrew Tate. What he's saying is refreshing. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. And I think if you transcribed what he said and you took a moment to read it, instead of like looking at him and listening, like if you read what he said and highlighted, like there's a lot of points he makes that are kind of hard to argue with. But it seems like, here's what I don't like. I can disagree. Like there's a couple things he says, especially about a woman being like an OnlyFans chick and the man gets all the money. I don't agree with that. I think that's a little bit, but the way he explained it on the Full Send podcast was like, he's the man is more fiscally, he's responsible for the money. He manages it, but it's not like she doesn't get any of it. But it's like, that's a little like iffy for me, because I'm like, yeah, that's something I don't agree with. But here's what I want to say. It's like, what I don't like about people that shit on entertainers, content creators, social media people, actors, actresses, whoever, celebrities, it's like they they never say like, oh, I agree with that point, or they always just like blanket that they don't like. It's almost like anything that comes out of Andrew Tate's mouth, just because he's Andrew Tate, they hate it. It's like they'll never admit to like, oh, that's a good point, or oh, I agree with that, or blah blah. It's not like he just talks about women and men. He talks about the government and society and how degenerate everything is now, and how fucking stupid like coronavirus was. And it's like, there's a lot of shit you can agree with there. It's like, I wish people were more able to say, yes, I agree with that, I don't agree with that. But everyone's like a hater, 100% a hater. And that's a bad person because you said that one thing. Or did that one thing. I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. God damn it, my video just cut off because I went past 22 minutes because my camera only records 22 minutes at a time, so then I have to go and stop and start. It's another upgrade I need to do. But anyways, what I was saying is, you might disagree with something I said today, like one point I made or one topic I talked about, and that's fine. But it's like, that doesn't make me a bad person. So it's like, I don't like when other people do that, or I don't like when people just like fully it's the cancel culture thing. They cancel someone for one thing, which was it the Kendrick Lamar song I touched on a couple episodes ago, where I'm like, what's the line in it, like, cancel culture, what is that? Like, yeah, like I said since day one, I said I don't get it. I don't fucking I'm like I don't get how when someone's canceled, like, I would just keep moving. That's what I don't get. When people go hide and go dark, go away from the internet, and like stop what they're doing because they got canceled. Like, if I was Will Smith, I'd fucking keep it moving. Well, I mean, he just came out. I think he made a video to Chris Rock. Like, I saw something on Instagram, but I would just keep it moving. Like, I don't know. If I ever did some shit on the internet and people didn't like it, I keep it moving. I don't get it. Like, I don't get how people actually go dark off the internet because they got canceled. And then there's this whole thing like, some people are uncancelable. I feel like Dave Portnoy says that about himself. Like, he's like in that realm of like uncancelability or ability. Like, it's a stupid fucking thing. So yeah, since day one, I'm like, my whole podcast, the whole like premise behind what I do here is I want to be the change I want to see in the world, right? And I don't want to live in a society, I don't want to live in a world where people are canceled over their thoughts and ideas and opinions they share publicly. Like, that's fucking stupid. I don't get it. And so anyways, yeah, I get canceling people for like when they do illegal shit. That's the difference, okay? When something they do is illegal and, you know, like breaking the law is one thing, but like sharing an opinion or saying something incorrectly and, you know, getting or just totally missing the ball on a topic and going off and like maybe at that, well, even that's not even, I think that's stupid because it's like, you're saying, like, when people talk about their opinions on things, they're just speaking their minds in that moment of time when they're thinking about it. They're not, maybe in a few more days they'll become more educated and they can elaborate and they can go on more about it and they know more and now their idea might change. It's like, it's not fucking black and white. Like, our brains are constantly doing, like, this is getting too deep. So, yeah, how do I end the episode? I really don't know how to. Fuck, this went past 30 minutes. I really need to get going. Gonna scrub my entire clown makeup off right now. After I'm gonna press the space bar to stop recording. I'm gonna scrub my clown makeup off, put on a sundress and a bikini, and go meet the fam, meet the baby, take Jimmy out to finally shit. He ran out of his kibble, his dog food, like 2 days ago. And every time this happens, because I have it on a subscription on Amazon, it's coming Monday. Every time this happens, I'm like, okay, it's going to be tuna and rice, chicken and rice, and some broccoli with some carrots, you know, like I'll make him food for the couple days he doesn't have his kibble. And it usually doesn't affect his digestive system, but like this man has not shit it. I've fed him 3 times now. He hasn't shit. So he needs to go outside. I need to end the episode purely because of that. Hopefully he finally shits. It's like so annoying. He cried at the door last night at like 11:30. So I'm like, he needs to go go outside and pee or whatever. And I assumed he had to shit, and nope. We walked outside 11:30. I was in my PJs. It was fucking annoying. And he just sniffed the bushes. He peed a little bit, sniffed the bushes, and came back inside. Like, what the hell, man? But he made such a big deal about, like, he whined at the door. So, I hope you have a great week. I hope you're, I hope you're healthy, happy. I hope you like yourself and love yourself, all the good things. What do I usually say? I hope you're happy, I hope you're fulfilled, and I hope you love yourself. I need to figure out a new ending or a way to end the show. I just need something to like slap me in the face on a timer. Like what if I don't fucking like I need a contraption that's like as the hour goes on, it gets closer to my face and it slaps me, and that's when I actually have to end it. Okay. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here, listening, tuning in, subscribing, following, sharing, liking. I'm really that bitch. Like, I'm really that person saying all those things. Like, what the fuck? This world needs entertainers. I'm fucking one of them, so it is what it is. Sometimes I do these things and I say these things and I cringe a little bit, but it's part of the job. Gotta do a little call to action at the end. A little CTA at the end. Like, subscribe, follow, share, review. Oh my God. It's very simple. You go to Spotify. You go to the Apple Podcast app. You go to my show. You click 5 stars. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whatever you're feeling. I feel like, honestly, I always review it when I think about what to review the show after the episode. This is like a lukewarm 3.5. Go listen to episode 242. That's a 5-star episode. There's like, well, I'm just saying that because the beginning was a little bit like rocky and a little all over the place and just like, yeah. But yeah, you click 1 through 5 stars, you submit, done. You can write something if you want. So, okay, bye. I'm gonna come prepared next time. I love podcasting. You know what I mean? It's just like the fucking train wreck at the end. It's like fucking train wreck crash at the end. Fuck, did I talk about the Uvalde shooting? No, I didn't. Oh my God. Okay. Should I share this publicly? I can't. I said something so dark to my boyfriend, like maybe the 3rd time we hung out. I can't say it publicly. It was just a joke. It was a joke, but like I instantly said it and I'm like, this is something if I had a little more balls. I just talked about not giving a fuck about cancel culture. I'll just fucking say it. I don't care. It's a joke. I'm sorry. So this is not, I wasn't serious, and this is fucked up. This is like so dark. This is like, how the fuck could you even think about this or like come up with this in your brain that quickly? My boyfriend is like, I don't know, 7 a.m. And he's like, this will get me canceled. Like, if this is an example of something that will get clipped and get me canceled. So here's an example. I'll just fucking give it to you. My boyfriend goes, cause he likes shooting guns and bow hunting and like that kind of stuff. And he goes, it's like, I don't know, maybe 6 a.m. We're in bed. He's like, oh, he's like, Jacqueline, he's like, I really want to take you shooting. And I go, can't even fucking say it. And I go, what elementary school? That's what I said to him saying, I want to take you shooting. I go, what elementary school? Or I said, where's the nearest, or something like that. Something fucked up like that. That was like a week after it happened. It was very fresh. And I don't know. I think what I've learned and observed from watching so many goddamn comedians do their fucking thing on stages, on specials, on their podcasts is like, there is a line of what's acceptable to, like, what's socially acceptable to say, and comedians love to be up against it and then like over it, and that would be an example of crossing the line. And that's where the humor, I feel like that's where the funny is, because everything ahead of the line is social, like, that's boring as fuck. The thing you say that's where you get the emotional response. That's where you get the holy fuck, I can't believe they just said that, or oh, that's really true, or oh, that kind of stuff. That's where you get people to go, oh, holy, or they laugh or whatever, because it's like, you said that thing that's like crazy. And my brain, I've learned, especially podcasting and just being around people in social settings when I talk, it's like, I very frequently cross the line and say the inappropriate thing, or the fucked up thing, or the dark thing, like that example I just gave you. And I don't know why I'm that way. It's just, it is what it is. But yeah, it's like fun, because it's always a joke. You're not, God, that's what I'm gonna say this at the end. I don't fucking care, because I hate that I even bring him up. I hate that I even fucking reference or make comments about, I'm not ending the episode about my ex-boyfriend, but like, the amount of times I would say something funny or crack a joke or be sarcastic around him where there was dead air, just no, like, duh. Like, he didn't get my humor. It was like, that is like strike one. I can't never settle on, if someone doesn't get your humor, fucking get the fuck out. Day one. Like, I don't know why I put up with that for so long. That's the number one thing. I'm like, if you don't get that I'm being, like, he would reprimand me and be like, oh, that's inappropriate. You shouldn't say that. Or that was crossing the line. Like, how the fuck did I stay for a goddamn year? Fuck. Anyways, you live and learn. You find out I found out a lot about myself, about how I was like holding on and compromising and settling and just like, I don't know, strange, very strange how I don't know, evolved. Okay, what if I just like press stop and I don't end it? Okay, bye. I love you. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, follow, review. Blow me up in my DMs about what if you what's your favorite spice? Leave a comment below or DM me. Thank you. Because that'll be the thing. If you listen this far, comment your favorite spice or DM me what your favorite spice is. I love you. Talk to you next Sunday. Bye.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain.